Hello and welcome everyone to Melody of the Maelstrom, where a bunch of real-life bards play Dungeons and Dragons. Hi, I'm Ben. I play Fidget. Before we roll the starting titles, we got to talk about some people. So, our first sponsor, D&D Beyond. You want to have all your resources conveniently in one place, and you hate math. I know most smart people hate math. Look no further. D&D Beyond has all of the digital resources you could possibly need, including books, dice, and the ability to homebrew to your heart's content. Our second sponsor is FX May Vary, an amazing band from Newmarket, Ontario. They specialize in making sure you have your daily prescription for hard rock. Feel free to listen to their music on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you prefer to listen to tunes. And feel free to follow them on Facebook for show dates and announcements. And as always, individual effects may vary. There's also Patreon here at Dire Bear Adventuring, where we have a tier for every level of generosity. One includes being shouted out at the end of this game, as well as all the others, or voice acting lessons with one of the talented players in one of our other games. And of course, we have merch. You want a sweater? You need clothes? Go there, get some clothes. You could also get a mouse pad. They have a bunch of stuff with Dire Bear logos on it, and they're awesome. You should support the things that are awesome. And they also have Pride merch all year. Why not? Go ahead and check out the page, and you can grab whatever you want. And with all of that, let's roll the credits. Oh my god, I have my whole face again. Oh, that was scary.
Oh, you broke the DM.
Okay. I was doing so well. Okay. Oh, okay. So the last we left off, the party finished their conversation with Mr. Hector. Sorry, 1 second. With Mr. Hector Windlance, another artificer gnome, who provided them with a very potent weapon against the already established storm. Before Bavidius realized that he could not only channel lightning, but he could keep some of it. And after giving it a very effective test on a very innocent chair, they went in to investigate the main barracks, where they found the now Colonel Rembrandt and his little elf rogue lackey, and engaged in a conversation where Colonel Rembrandt basically said, "Hey, hand over Nyx," and everybody else was like, "Yeah, no." And a fight ensued. Colonel Rembrandt was slain, and the corporal was knocked unconscious. And before Colonel Rembrandt was turned into a Van Gogh and then a Jackson Pollock painting. And that is precisely where we left off.
You guys were busy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in media res, I suppose. I'll be cleaning the brain matter off of my I guess it was the greatsword that I was using at the end there.
It may have been your halberd.
No,
I don't actually remember. I don't actually remember. I don't write down things like that.
No, because I swapped to the greatsword because it felt a little bit less clunky in the haul.
That's
yeah,
right.
that was. Yep, that's right. That's right. Okay,
That was
so
wrong.
just so everybody knows, we're gonna have some slight difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Apparently, not just technical ones. So please hold on for a moment while things get a little funky.
Camera's gonna get weird.
Oh,
Hey.
I don't think they go weird.
Doodah.
Oh no, they got weird. Oh no! Oh god! Oh no!
So,
That's cool.
We weren't ready for this.
so
Oh whoa!
camera issues or not, I'll walk over to our captured rogue and kind of, make sure that he's not, choking on his tongue or anything like that.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
No fun.
Medicine. That's a 7.
He seems fine.
Sure
He's
does.
unconscious. He's breathing. He's fine.
Okay, I'll tie him up.
Okay. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
I grabbed a couple items off of that dude, didn't I?
I think you were going to?
He did. He
was-
found
did
it in an 8
That's
dagger.
right.
Did I remember
That's
to
where
rob
we
you?
ended it.
His daggers and a bunch of gold. Yeah, you stole his daggers and a bunch of gold.
That's right. I think I counted for it.
Oh yeah, and he had a pack that was all packed up and ready to go.
Mhm. So I'll probably be slinging the pack over my shoulder, like next to my, archivist kit when Ovidius comes
that
over.
pack is
like, oh,
as big as you.
uh,
So you're like,
so I'm like pulling it, like, oh,
yeah,
hey,
you know when you give a toddler a backpack that's like meant for like a kid,
no, do you
And-
do that?
You're not supposed to, but people do that. So like it's like you have this comically large backpack. It's like you kind of look like a Ninja Turtle.
It's just dragging on the ground, and I'm just like walking.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm probably just rummaging through it. I'm just like,
Okay.
oh, hey, you got some douchebag on you?
I look around for it.
It's on your snout.
There
Is
you go.
it gone?
You got.
Thank you.
No, now it's over here. No, it's on. No, it's right. It's right.
Oh no, you're
Hold on.
spreading it all over.
Oh, now it's
Well, at least it's raining. Did you find anything of interest?
Money, weapons. Nothing for hands your size.
Ha! Hold on to them. We may need these. Go check out the other.
Deal. I try and drag the backpack for a second and realize it's a futile exercise, and then just leave it where it is and walk over to Rembrandt. I'm going to give him the same attention.
Go for it.
Cool.
Wait a
22.
second. Vidius, didn't you behead him with his own great axe? Isn't that what you did?
Yeah.
The level
no.
of disrespect just keeps increasing the more. I
Yeah,
hear
that's
about
what you
this.
did, man. That's why I'm like, you
It's
didn't have your
not-
sword. You
No,
totally
he didn't
used something
decapitate
else.
him. He didn't
No, no.
decapitate him. He split him down the middle with the great axe.
I pulled his great axe out of my side where he'd lodged it,
Yeah.
and was holding it above him, and then Rendell killed him with the Toldatet. And I just kind of finished him. I don't remember if it was the axe or the sword.
I think you used his axe.
I don't
just to
remember
add
what
insult
killed him.
to
If I
fatal
don't know if it
injury.
was the axe or the spell, but there
Or
was
the
blood
bird.
everywhere.
It was
One
violent.
way or
I
the
just
other.
remember him perishing. That's all I really care about.
One
It
way
was
or
no
another,
longer drawn
for a
breath. That's
brief
really all I
moment-
give a shit.
For a brief moment, I was quite literally my Fury Warrior from Warcraft with a two-handed weapon in each hand.
All right. So go ahead and roll me your favorite check, an investigation check.
22.
All right. So on him, you also find a couple daggers, and he has 15 platinum on him.
Okay. Are the daggers, like, I'm getting quite the dagger collection right now. Does this
Yeah,
seem like
you
it's
are.
gonna be a good addition?
These ones are a very fine make. They
Okay.
seem to be more ceremonial than actual. Like they definitely work as daggers, but you can tell by the inlay on the blade that these were gifts to him from the military for years of commended service.
Okay. So I got.
Isn't that
one,
just gifts? Sorry.
I got one dagger from the
They're
from the elf
fancy. They're
dude,
fancy
right?
knives, man.
One
you
dagger
got
from
2 daggers from Corporal Timber.
Okay.
And these were like they're sort of special. They're like the blades are kind of curved.
Mhm.
You have a feeling so that it when you're cutting someone's throat, you're more likely to snag an artery. That's what the blade is
Okay.
curved for.
Okay. I'm gonna call them death daggers.
Death daggers, yeah.
Yeah. And then 2 fancy daggers. All right. And I got the 2 daggers from the werewolves. So
You're just getting all the daggers.
I got all the daggers. You guys looking for some daggers? I got daggers.
I have daggers.
And I also got a suit of leather armor that's got lightning resistance. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Fantastic. Okay. I believe I'm wearing that now. Yes, I am.
And then Rembrandt is just wearing pretty plain looking leather armor. It's basically not even armor, it's more of a uniform, really.
Right.
And you get the feeling that that's because he was a barbarian and they can't wear armor and benefit from it. So
Okay, fair enough. Now with my 22, is it
wow, his
possible-
AC is his dexterity plus his constitution modifier. Sorry.
So with my 22, I'm not just looking for, ill-gotten gains. I'm also looking for clues about this dude's deal.
Okay.
So letters, signets, any sort of like symbology that seems like it might be relevant. Looks like symbology is kind of important in this particular case.
So he does have a ring on him, and you can see that it has like the seal of this particular asset of the military, which were the diamond shields,
Okay.
which is the highest ranking out of all of the other militaries in the 7 cities. And so essentially this ring makes him essentially the most powerful person in the world. And it formerly belonged to Colonel... Yeah, what's up?
I would know to ask if he found that, right?
Probably.
When
It
you're done
belonged to the
describing,
previous
when you're done
colonel,
describing.
and
Oh, that
he
belonged to the dead colonel.
is now wearing it. But you don't find any letters or anything of the sort. It seems that he was unfortunately clever enough to either dispose of it or not have something like that so incriminating on his person.
I'm gonna go check his office.
That might be a good idea.
I'll announce that to the group.
Yeah, I
I'm
would let
not-
everybody know I didn't find anything.
Not a damn thing.
I'll not.
He's just like, nope, nothing. Nope,
I don't-
nothing.
Look, the
I'll
ring
look
doesn't
over-
seem that big a deal.
I'll look over to Fidget and I'll say, if he had indeed been assigned command of the military, he would have had a ring. Simple, not particularly valuable, but it would have been a signet of his promotion to the leader of the Diamond Shields in this city. You found nothing of the sort.
Oh, yeah. It's not valuable? Here.
And I'll pass it to
It has
Nix.
2 diamonds in the ring. It looks pretty valuable.
Those daggers seem pretty valuable too. I think I'll be
Yeah,
all
they
right.
do.
Value is also an equation of how much somebody would pay for it and how easy it is to sell.
Yeah, I've seen Pawn Stars. I know how hard it is to sell a Super Bowl ring. It's not worth the trouble.
That's right, yeah. I'll give you $250 for it.
Honestly, I might get a couple
Best I
$100
can do
bucks.
is
Let me
for
find
call in an
gold.
expert first. Hold on.
A Minotaur walks in.
He just turns around to 360. Yeah, that would be me.
I'll turn to Nix and I'll say, me or you?
Oh, do we get to vote?
I don't follow.
Sorry.
Enlisted members only. I am retired. I'm serving in an emergency capacity, due to circumstances being what they are. But you are the highest ranking active duty service member left in this city. So I ask you again, and I hold the ring out to her. Me or you?
I don't think that's my choice, sir.
I think about that for a moment. And I'll put the ring on. And I'll say to her, this will not be the last time that I ask. And that's it. I'll look around and I imagine at this point I see Sir Domino walking up the stairs.
Yes.
I'll hail him and say, Sir Domino, we have cleared out those looters and traitors that we found up here. Have you seen any others down below?
I have not.
Very good.
However, what is the fate of the Colonel?
He is currently lacking a head and bleeding out
Oh,
onto
we're-
the tiles.
Remember those looters and raiders and Fidget holding the pack?
Yes, I'll just say Colonel Rembrandt is permanently indisposed, having been relieved of his ill-gotten command.
Imagine he just like nudges the body with his hoof just to like.
Yeah, I'm not
Like you're
making
trying
this subtle.
You're trying to scoot something under the carpet, like, oh yeah, no, he's on a sabbatical. Yeah.
Not a time to lose your head.
Oh,
He's really
Have
ahead
you
of the game.
Have you
That's not
determined
way to
getting
his
get ahead.
role?
ahead in life.
He's getting ahead.
Have you determined his role in the sad turn of events in this city?
When his lackey wakes up, we hope to gain full clarity on that situation. However, for the time being, it was clear enough, as he was ransacking the office of Nix's late mother, that he was more involved than he ought to have been.
May I say something? Seems to me like we've done a lot of interrogating. Haven't got a lot of answers. I think we got to turn the screws on this one.
The situation
reason.
demands.
I'll examine the condition of the half-elf corporal, see what kind of condition he's in.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
That would be an 18.
Oh yeah, all right. So you can precisely determine that he has been rendered unconscious by blunt force trauma to the back of his skull, and he will remain unconscious until he is awoken, healed, or left for an hour.
Okay. So,
There's a
I will,
contusion to the occipital bone.
Quickly check your skull.
I totally quickly checked myself.
It looks to be about the shape of
I
a
was like,
pommel stone of a large greatsword.
Just to explain to everybody, I've recently bought a skull where all of the parts on the skull are labeled, and it's literally one of the coolest things I own. So, yep.
That's pretty cool. All my skulls
Run to your local
they all come
Michaels.
unlabeled. I have to do it myself.
I have to
and
do
it's
it.
kind of a pain in the
to
ass.
do it manually.
So from here on out, we have to like aim to try and perform head traumas so that we can learn what part of the skull we caved in.
Yep.
Okay.
That would be a pretty excellent way to teach kids, you know, like, oh, you know, you with your crit shattered
It's
like
your
his
frontal bone. Underneath that is your frontal lobe, which
Learn
controls
anatomy with
inhibition and emotion.
the arm bone's no longer connected to the shoulder bone.
Pop. You got to make the noise that a shoulder would make while it's dislocating. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
Wet,
great.
sucking
Yeah.
kind of. Anyways,
Where am I gonna be for the enhanced interrogation conversation, by the way?
Wherever you want to be.
in the
Okay. Just curious.
I'm searching. I'm off to Rembrandt's office.
okay.
Gonna look around in there.
Give me an investigation check
15.
with advantage.
Oh. $14. I'm gonna take the 15.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
So you root around in his office for a bit, and pretty handily find the handwritten contract, written in a red sanguineous liquid, and
Oh boy.
signed by Colonel Rembrandt.
Huh.
And he signed
Stop
it
it.
as Colonel Rembrandt.
This was the contract
One
on
of
Nix and her
them.
mother.
So if do you read it? Do you bring it back to
I
the
read
party?
I read it first.
Okay. So essentially, this is a very detailed contract, stipulating that Colonel Rembrandt will allow one individual access to the barracks through the bottom of the jail, and will allow unobstructed access to the colonel's office, and will turn a blind eye at a precise moment that will be communicated to him. And in exchange, he will be given all of the power that he desires.
Hmm.
He's not just.
So-
Okay. I don't know this. I can shut the fuck up.
So the Senate appointed him emergency powers.
Yep.
Easy there, Chancellor.
Hmm.
So this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause.
Yeah.
Listen, no like this.
All right. God.
And we're
You can't bring it up without talking about the most pivotal character in the entire trilogy.
Oh,
That
the
was
greatest
a funnier
Sith Lord who
character
ever
than
lived.
we've ever had before.
anyways, you read the contract,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's basically a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Yeah. So
Except instead of back scratching, it's murdering an
It's
entire
backstabbing,
city
yes,
and
absolutely.
Yeah.
Although the colonel was stabbed in the chest, so
I'll bring it to Bovidius. Bovidius, I found this. And hand him the contract.
I'll take it, read it, and I'll just sigh because it confirms what we more or less suspected by now, or at least what I did.
Yeah.
And I'll just take a second look to see if there's any other signatories, anybody, like, obviously Rembrandt signed the contract. Who gave it to him to sign? Any sort of indication of that I can identify?
I'm gonna tap Bovidius on his knee or whatever the fuck is closest.
Yes.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Here you go.
No, I'm an archivist,
mm-hmm.
so I feel like I got a little bit of, and I'm also, professional forgery dude. Forger? I don't know how it works. So I feel like I could probably get a bit of a deeper insight into this.
Yeah, give me an investigation check
Word.
with advantage.
Okay, cool.
A forger.
Awesome. Thank you. A 19.
Okay. So the first thing that you notice is the writing, because it seems very familiar to you. And if you think back just a little bit, the shape of the letters is very similar to the arcane runes that you found
The tavern?
on the burnt down inn.
Mhm.
And as you investigate, you would know that a lot of contracts such as this usually have some sort of hidden watermark on them to suggest to anyone who is investigating it that this is a genuine contract. And it's usually in one of the bottom corners, and all you have to do is like hold it up to a light and you can see the watermark. So you go and you hold it up to the window and you wait for that flash of lightning, and it illuminates that swooped S with the 2 lines coming down from the bottom of it.
Same one that's in the colonel's
The
office.
precise one that is in the colonel's office.
Wait, like a
okay.
dollar sign?
No, it's I wrote notes all around it. Oh, I gotta draw it again. Oh no. Hold on. Pardon, hold up. Please hold. And
Wait, are we fighting Bob Barker from The Price is Right?
nope.
Oh,
come
I
on.
see.
Oh yeah, I
It's
see.
going.
I got
Close enough
you.
for
Sort of.
government work.
That's
Yeah,
what.
we
That's
got
how everything looks like.
Close
Anyway.
enough for government work. Except I drew it cooler the last time. It's like a little more swoopy, but it's like you get the gist.
Yeah, Trogdor.
Oh, the cameras are.
Aw.
Yep, this is
Yeah.
great. We're
Rendell
doing
is still
so well with the cameras.
experiencing difficulties with his CPU.
Ah. If I do this, does that fix it? Okay.
Okay, so I know
Yeah.
I know out of
Keep
character,
trying.
but like
I like your moxie.
out of character. But do we? What's the relevance, significance?
Well, that
of
makes
the-
it
of the
genuinely
S?
worse. Now you can only see my hat.
The symbol has to do with like a cult of some
Yep.
kind. I think
Oh,
we
The
learned
Cult
it
of the
has to do
Storm.
with the cult of the storm. That's right. And
yeah, the one that was
two
mentioned last
The-
time.
Children of the Storm.
children of the storm. That's it.
Children of
Cult,
everything are just a
children.
cult.
Children of insert blank. Like it's.
Pretty much.
Wait, hold on a minute. Is this a cult? No, it's a free religious belief, and we're indoctrinated into believing in our one and only leader, who will give us, the good word. That's a cult.
He will take us to
That's
the
a cult.
promised
That's
land.
not. It's bold talk from someone not getting on the spaceship. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Just-
leader.
Drink this, and you'll be fine.
Oh yeah. All right, let's go. So I'll pass the document to Nix, and I'll say, or no, I guess Fidget has it. I'll gesture to Nix to come over and read it as well.
Well, I didn't really tell you guys much about what I found at the tavern. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
But
It was yesterday, guys.
whoever burnt down that tavern wrote this contract.
I look over
Oh,
to.
last piece of information. It is written in blood.
I picked up on that part.
Yep.
As soon as you said sanguineous liquid, I already knew.
Yeah, well, just to put not too fine a point on it, but it is written in blood. It's not ink.
And it's just red paint. I don't know why.
Yeah. So with
They're
that
not
last
that
bit of
edgy.
information from Fidget, I turn to Nix and I'll say, I think you can safely rule Talon out of your list of suspects.
And there's also this watermark here. And I cast light on a something nearby, and I put it up next to the light. That's the same symbol that's in the colonel's office on the wall.
Whatever we're dealing with.
X walks away.
Talon,
Yes.
when you were giving your contract, was there anything in there about putting a weird symbol on the wall?
No. Nothing of the sort. It was just they were wanted dead. This was the amount of money. Do
So
your
you
thing.
So you were the scapegoat.
It would seem as such.
Well, they had a contract with your
and
name on it for the same job, so you would have been an easy mark.
he and any other
Yeah,
the thieves
but I-
guild
but
were
I-
given that contract.
I was probably given that contract so I would have a damning piece of evidence on me.
Precisely.
Because as you all recall, well, you wouldn't have seen me, but I came in the front door.
Indeed, you came in with me.
And when we came in that passageway, when we were in the Thieves Guild, I didn't know about that passageway.
Wow. You're also a thief. You could lie. But now
Why
we
would
don't
I
need
lie? What would it gain me?
the advantage is we don't need your testimony anymore. We have evidence.
I know.
I will not speak for the sergeant. I will
As
only
you say
speak
that,
for myself.
smashing ensues behind you somewhere.
I'll speak a little bit louder just to drown out the smashing. I can only say that this is evidence enough for me to trust that my faith in you was not misplaced, and it will serve no good for this group and this mission for further animosity to be allowed to fester.
Thank you.
Once we are done with the what rank is this guy? Sergeant?
Corporal.
Corporal. He's a corporal.
Corporal. Once
No,
we are
he's
done with the
incorporeal.
not yet.
Oh, he's unconscious.
Once we are done with the corporal, I propose we make our way from this city. We had discussed the High Mage's tower and his library. However, I believe the worsening of the situation outside demands that we cut our losses and get clear of the storm if we can.
Agreed.
I feel like Windlance knows something that he's not telling us.
Perhaps you should go talk to him.
Well, I can do that, but we'll need someone to interrogate this dude.
Sir Domino, how do you feel about leading this interrogation? You had
It's
stressed your desire.
probably a good call before you ruffians beat him to a pulp. We'll try to keep it just and extract the proper truth that could lead us on our path forward.
Yeah.
How
okay,
is
let
he
me know how-
doing? I will
Take all the fun out of it.
I will give the corporal some water, pour it on his face, try to wake him up, slap him in the face a little bit.
Okay. With just continuing on your medicine check, you can totally wake him up if you would like to. So you get
That's
some water
another
and
18. Yeah.
yeah, you definitely wake him up. You grab some water, dribble it on his face, kind of smack him. And it's like there's this sharp intake of breath, and his eyes just fly open, and he's looking around wildly. And then he realizes that he's tied up, and you can see the panic just like leak into his eyes and across his face.
I think it would
And
be
now
good comedic timing to join now.
I will say, Bovidus, no, don't rip his head off just yet. Let us talk to him.
No,
And-
please,
and-
please. I'm sorry.
And as he says that, I want to be just dropping Rembrandt's headless body right next to the corporal. Tell him what we need to know.
So, Corporal, this can go the easy way, or this can go the hard
Oh,
way.
easy.
What would you prefer?
Easy way. Final answer. Easy way.
No one has to roll
I under-
intimidation.
He like starts wiggling around like a worm on the ground. Easy way.
I
I
understand
didn't mean
we
it. I'm sorry. I was under orders. Ah!
I understand
can I-
we have a parchment. Can I have the parchment?
I'll hand it to
With-
Domino. With
and I'll
the
put
hand
this in-
that has the signet ring on it. I'll hand it to
I'll
Domino.
put this in front of his face. Can you explain this? Corporal?
Yeah. The colonel signed he signed a contract. He wanted to be in power. He wanted everything, and so he sold everybody, literally everybody. But he didn't know. He just thought it was the colonel. He just thought only she had to die. But he didn't know, and he was really angry because he wasn't expecting to. He thought he was gonna have people to rule over, and all of them are dead now, and so he was righteously angry. So he let her in, and she killed the colonel, and then I didn't really know. I sort of knew. I was definitely implicit. I knew a lot. And I'm sorry. Yeah.
She? Could you explain she?
The
Who
colonel,
presented this contract?
It was some blue person. I only caught a glance of them.
What is her
They were in
name?
Rembrandt's off. I didn't catch the name. I'm
A
sorry.
whisper
Please
to
don't hurt me.
the
Please.
I think he soiled himself.
It sounds like he's soiled
Interesting.
himself.
And what role does the Archmage play in this scheme?
The Archmage. He didn't know. He had no idea. None of them knew. Only we knew. It was supposed to be different. Just one person was supposed to die. It was one life. It's menial, really. Please don't hurt me.
Party members, are there any questions you seek to be answered?
I
by
have
the
a very
corporal?
large aversion to pain. I will tell you whatever it is that you want to hear.
I think Nix might have some questions for him.
I agree.
Oh, no. Let's not involve. No. This conversation is stellar. I would much rather.
Well, then give us
In that
more
case-
More what? More what?
Ooh.
information.
I did. I
Other,
gave you
other
everything
than
that I know.
your, other than yourself and the late Major Rembrandt,
Yeah,
who is
totally.
we?
Me and him. We.
And there were no others in the city administration or in the guard, the Diamond Shields, that had any involvement to your knowledge?
No, if we involved too many people, then they'd want stuff too, and there was only so much power to go around, like that power grab vacuum thing that happens when people suddenly gave up office. I didn't even get a promotion. This is kind of bullshit.
Does
Interesting.
everybody believe him?
Why didn't you drink?
Because I knew it was... Oops.
Let's get
At
Nix.
Can I go now? And he just
At
starts,
this
log
point-
rolling.
At this point, I plunge my greatsword into the nearest thing on the ground that will support it and my weight, and I lean forward on it as it's now sticking out of Rembrandt, and I'll say, "Who told you?"
I mean, we may have gotten tipped off by the... They may have, told me to add an extra ingredient into the wine barrels that were being distributed. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was just...
You.
Yeah! I didn't know. If I'd have known, I would definitely... hand to gods, wouldn't have done it, I promise.
Just you.
Just me.
But you lied about knowing. So how do we know?
Because I didn't actually know until it happened. It's...
And what if you're lying now?
You put a little sprinkle of salt on the top of the pie, turns out it's arsenic. Who knew?
You know how we can find out if you know more?
Huh?
Do you want to know how we can find
No,
out?
not really. Honestly, no.
Hey,
No? I'm allergic, actually, so.
I'm looking at, you got, compared to me, you got a big body. You got a lot of limbs,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of parts.
Yeah, and I'd like to keep them if that's okay with you.
I would like that too. There's one way to do that.
Uh-huh.
Tell us what the plan was.
That was I was just following orders.
The plan for after.
After we were going to take power and rule, essentially, and that obviously fell, shut that horse directly in the face, if you pardon the pun.
How long was this in motion?
How long was what?
How long have you known about this?
I knew about it for maybe 2 weeks or so. Essentially, once the tunnel was completed.
So you knew about the tunnel?
Yeah, of course I knew about the tunnel. I helped dig it. It's
So who else on the prison guard knew about the tunnel?
nobody. Nope.
Nobody.
Mm-mm.
What about the magistrate?
She might as well have been an ostrich.
You're telling me she knew nothing of this?
Nope. And she is very dead.
When you met this blue girl, where did you
Mhm.
meet her?
She just appeared in Rembrandt's. I was called into Rembrandt's office, and she was there, and they were signing a contract, and they congratulated each other on a job to be well done, and yeah, she said that he would get all of the power that he deserved, and
there is your loophole. Now, you've just said something that concerns me greatly. As we left the magistrate very much alive, not, 3 hours, 4 hours ago?
yeah, about 4 hours ago.
Not 4 hours ago.
Yeah, this hasn't even been a full day.
About 3 months.
Time is a weird soup.
No, hold on. We had a rest, so it should be a little longer than 4 hours ago, right?
It was a short rest. It can't be
Okay.
more than 6 hours. So is it 4 or 5, somewhere in there.
Well, no, you did long rest after the
Mhm.
Durgan.
That's right.
Yes, but
And then
we
you short
long
rested.
rested with the magistrate. So
Yes,
from when
you
we
did.
left the magistrate, it's only been about 4 to 5 hours.
All right, right,
True.
right.
Right.
So I'll say to him, when was the last time that you saw her?
About 2 hours ago.
I'm no longer leaning on my sword. I'm standing on his shoulder. One hoof.
Hey!
Not,
We're
not,
friends here!
not enough to do harm yet, but with enough pressure to tell him what's breaking first.
Oh, friends here! Hey, listen! I'm cooperating! War crimes!
Ooh.
Can't do that!
Who killed her?
He looks over at the now decapitated body of Rembrandt.
And why?
She was asking questions! She came here and started trying to, order him around and asking questions, and he didn't like that, so he was maybe not in his right mind anymore. Yeah, I was really pissed off. So he may have... I tried to stop him, I did. I promise. I did.
I turn to Sir Domino at this point and I say, as a warrior of the gods, I will look to you to pass divine judgment here. What sentence would you recommend?
Well,
Hold on 1
First-
second. And he, reaches into his pocket and then realizes he doesn't have any gold.
first and foremost, do you believe that Colonel Rembrandt would be able to take down the magistrate? Wasn't she a worthy magic user in her own right?
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to cast spells if you can't talk.
So he strangled her?
Yep.
So right now, as things stand, you are
It was real
responsible.
quick. Her hyoid bone, over, fast. Didn't suffer.
Well,
Promise.
why don't we examine said magistrate so we can confirm this. But in the meantime, you are being charged with the death and poisoning of hundreds of citizens of this city.
That doesn't sound right.
You admitted to lacing the ale with a poison.
I didn't know it was poison, so it's manslaughter at best.
That's irrelevant. Bodies are dead throughout the streets.
It's
We're not
called
going to argue
genocide.
semantics here.
No, genocide is trying to exterminate a particular race, and I wasn't picky. I don't think that goes in my favor. Hold on.
Part in this massacre. You stand accused and admitted.
Massacre is an eloquent word. Yep, that's. But listen, I didn't know. Had I known, hand to whatever god you worship. I promise, I would never have done it.
A sword does not know the neck it cleaves, and yet we do not give them to every farmhand.
You're gonna give me to somebody?
I will give you to the gods.
No, wait,
Now I'm standing on his mouth.
I say we examine this magistrate to confirm his story, and then we will pass judgment. That would be my recommendation.
What does one more body make a difference for?
Well, it's important to find out her condition, and she might not be dead. She might still be, might be able to bring her back, perhaps.
I'm no healer.
If
We
it
have
was within our
healers.
power, I would see this done. Somebody, shut this one up. If nobody else is moving with a gag or anything, I'll just kick him in the forehead. Knock him back out.
Okay.
Well, Bovidus, I
The
think
human
under the
brain's really
circumstan-
just an on-off switch when you think
That
about it.
is your frontal bone, ladies and gentlemen.
I think, considering the circumstances, this is the closest we're going to get to a military trial, since we're the only ones left alive in the city. So you may pass
we could just
judgment
let Nick have him.
again.
We could just let Nix have him.
For the sake of the sergeant, I would both prefer and not prefer that plan.
I'm just saying I didn't see anything if you all didn't.
Well,
We let him
I would
go,
say-
she ran, she gave chase and was born.
He ran, I pursued.
let's just say a proper military execution is probably best in order. But I would like to confirm his story about the magistrate to see if she was strangled.
I mean, I don't think he'd have a reason to lie about that with I'm not sure how much you weigh, Bovidius, but with this large specimen leaning on him.
I'll just say, I weigh enough. I
Isn't that
concur,
exactly why
however,
torture
we should
doesn't
at
work?
least, yeah, we should at least verify her whereabouts. Fan out, investigate the keep. Given the situation, I cannot imagine
Could she be
Rembrandt.
hidden in Rembrandt's office? I mean, I didn't see her when I was in there, but she could have been hidden.
I can't
So it's not
imagine
good
any
for
bothering. They would have believed they were the only ones left in the city.
It is true.
I'm going to start searching. I'm going to look for. Now I know what the magistrate was wearing.
Mhm.
Were they injured in any way?
Magistrate?
Yeah,
She
Like
did
prior
get
to
lightning
this.
bolted.
she did. So I'm going to look for any evidence of like violence or blood or anything like that in Rembrandt's office. See if there's a trail somewhere that I can follow.
Okay.
See if I can find any colored threads that look like they might have been from her clothes.
In Rembrandt's office.
And in the hallway in case they move the body.
Okay.
I'll check the colonel's office.
Okay.
and I'll take anybody that might have put more effort into intelligence than I did.
I'll walk up onto the scene like, yo, what up? What's all this blood?
We took out the trash.
You're
Um,
going to have to be a little bit more descriptive to explain.
Point
this.
down to Rembrandt on the floor. The trash on the floor.
The late Major Rembrandt has been proven
A turncoat.
proven an accessory in the murder of my fond friend, the Colonel, the mother of our friend Nix.
He's also just kind of an asshole.
Indeed. We are now searching the keep for
Indeed.
evidence of his last victim, the magistrate who you met this morning.
And this corporal here
I
has
assume this
admitted,
individual had. Sorry, go ahead.
and this corporal here has admitted to poisoning almost the entire populace through laced ale.
Oh, I see.
Would you aid me in
And aid you in what?
the search for the mortal remains of the magistrate?
Of course. What do you mean? Who? In what way was this individual involved in all this? This Rembrandt.
He was contracted to allow access to what should be the most well-guarded military facility in the entire city to an assassin for the express purpose of eliminating the one higher-ranking official above him.
He also, as far as we can tell, ordered the cowardly one on the ground there to lace all the beer kegs. He doesn't seem like a self-starter.
As a direct result of that order, the entire population, to the best of our knowledge, now lies dead. We wish to tie up the final loose end of this corporal's story before judgment is passed on this confessed criminal.
Agreed.
So all of this was the ambition of a singular person aiming to scale a little bit higher.
No, that's how it got. That's how it got
No,
implemented.
this was how it started.
His ambition
I'm very
was
well aware.
to-
I'm very sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm very assured that the late Rembrandt here didn't know the full extent of what his plan for a power coup would entail.
I see.
I think he thought it was mainly just what he thought it was, to get the colonel out of the way, and he could take power.
Thought it was a pretty cool idea.
Hundreds of people are dead. So,
Hundreds of imaginary people. We can still appreciate a pun.
It seems.
all right.
It seems
I'm
the
like dying
children.
over here.
It seems the children of the storm understand human motivations very well, for they played all of us.
Oh,
And
what
now
was
we
their
much-
involvement in all this?
That remains to be seen, but it appears they have a city now that has very conveniently been let's say erased of its population.
Indeed.
They also
It's
have
a
a
very
lot of
fancy
blood.
way of saying they killed everybody.
They had their minions or conspirators do the dirty work.
Well, wouldn't you?
I would not.
Have you?
I
met
don't
him?
mean. I mean hypothetically. Wouldn't
mean,
you?
Understand
hypothetically.
hypothetically.
No,
If
he's
you
not
were-
I've seen the contract at
Jalen,
this point.
he's
Yeah.
not good at that stuff. Don't
Yeah,
worry
you've
about
seen the
it.
contract at this
Yeah,
point.
we would have shown you the contract. A
Okay.
woman's body lies growing cold.
Let
If
us
there is
find
any
it.
hope for her, we should not linger any longer.
I'll flip the corporal over my shoulder.
Okay.
Lead the way.
He smells very strongly of
Beer
urine.
Urine.
and urine.
Wonderful.
As I said, Bovidius, he soiled himself.
Indeed. That's
Uh,
why I didn't pick him up.
Like
All right,
it
in that
dribbles
case-
onto your armor.
I will drag him behind me then.
Hey, there we go.
You like
I walk up and clean off some of Domino's armor. Oh,
flop him off.
very
So,
It's on me. Oh, it's on
Did
me.
we did we make heads or tails of those runes that were used to write in the letter with?
Oh, it wasn't runes. It was just he recognized
The styling.
the style
Yeah.
of the writing. Yeah.
So I
Many,
rolled,
many sessions ago, we discovered arcane runes on a burnt out building that were written in
Yeah.
the same hand.
Yeah. The burned building written the same hand as the contract written blood following the blood sacrifice by the cult. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay.
You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. All right. As long as I understand.
Follow.
We're all caught up.
1 + 1, right?
Equals
Okay.
7.
I just want to make sure I have all the deeds.
This game,
Two
it
and
seems
two
to.
together.
I rolled a 19 on my investigation, so I'm
Okay.
gonna go on
So
my
you were
hunt.
searching the hallway and Rembrandt's office, yes?
That's right.
Okay. So with a 19, you don't find any blood or anything of the sort. But you do see like 2 furrows in the carpet as if something was dragged over it.
Okay.
And it's leading towards the doorway.
Okay. I'm gonna look for any other evidence like scuff marks or scrapes in the ground, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, just continuing with your 19, you follow it out into the hallway. And you can see a tiny little boot scuff on one of the stones, and it seems to be turning into the colonel's office. And you can see those like these 2 very subtle trails, but like somebody was dragged through all of the discarded mess on the floor. And it leads you to the slightly askew cupboard that was in her office, and the doors are closed.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna open them.
I'll open them.
Because she's bigger than me. But I'm gonna get someone's attention and just be like, I found the magistrate.
The colonel's office is what I'd said I was going to investigate, so I'll be right with you.
Yep.
And I
Okay.
will open the cupboard.
Okay. So you open the cupboard, and the body of the magistrate tumbles out onto the floor. Then just falls face first onto the floor, does not react, does not move. Makes no noise.
I'll put my hand on her neck to check for a pulse.
Okay, roll me a medicine check.
Uh, 16. So 18.
Okay. So it's not particularly hard to notice 2 things. The first is when you reach to the side of her throat to feel for a pulse. You don't feel one. And you can see that her mouth is open, gasping for air that was denied to her. All of the blood vessels in her face, and particularly her eyes, have burst. And there is a very large area of blood on the fabric on her back. It appears that she has been stabbed in the back.
Looks like the corporal didn't stop him like he said
Look-
he did.
Look at Fidget. You found daggers on him, correct?
I found daggers on everybody in this city.
You won't believe the
Specifically
number of
him.
knives you can find just laying around.
The
You
one
know?
you found
This
on,
is
on the
that was the
corporal
precise moment they realized I'm handing out daggers just to be an asshole.
And also that I've been robbing everybody blind.
Shit, I found 9 knives this
Maybe
morning.
You
one of
found
the
9
daggers.
daggers.
You want a dagger? I got
And
daggers.
only one of them is the murder weapon.
Hey guys, do you think your eyes can do you think you can maintain blood pressure if you've been stabbed in the back to like burst, or like would the stabbing come after the bursting?
Or during. At a precise
it's-
moment.
What did you roll?
It seems,
an 18 and 19?
I rolled a
18.
16 plus 2.
16 plus so
So
18.
18. All right. Yeah, so this amount of blood flow occurs when somebody's heart is still beating.
Chat, anyone with a PhD in like fluid dynamics, hit me up about this.
Did the corporal have any daggers?
We
Yeah,
just
Both
discussed
did.
that.
That's it.
Did you,
Yes.
you bring out the daggers
Yeah.
you got off the corporal.
Yeah, I rummage through my stuff and pull them out.
Were
you
any
hand
of them
me one of
pick-
them?
I like lay out a bunch of daggers. I'm like, these two.
I grab one of the daggers
Okay.
and I measure it up to the
Oh.
wound.
Oh, don't get anything on that, man. I need to
I'm-
sell that.
Hold
No,
on.
he's just holding. He's just holding.
I'm seeing if the blade matches up with the wound.
All right. Just easy on the merchandise is all.
Don't get it dirty.
I'll
God.
clean them, don't worry.
You know what? So you can continue on with your medicine check, or you can roll me an investigation check, whichever you prefer.
I will roll an investigation check. 10?
Maybe should have kept the medicine check.
Did any of us give him advantage since we're all standing around him watching? him do this?
Absolutely.
Cool.
I
Vividius
will
said,
I will
you
give
know,
him the help action.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and roll with advantage. I can't offer it to him. You guys have to offer it to him.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
17.
Okay.
Badass.
Yes, it's a pretty accurate match. You can't be absolutely certain because you can never be absolutely certain, but a reasonable person would assume.
I look over at
You know
Domino.
what, Charlotte?
Wake him up.
We could perform the autopsy.
You
and
could.
just-
Father, would you care to perform an autopsy?
Not,
No.
not in their office. I think that would be
I
a
mean,
bit crass.
No place better.
He just starts like carefully peeling
She
her
has
face off of
been
her
What is
skull.
it-
It's like, this is part of an
enough.
autopsy, right?
What is it that we are trying to find out? You
I
are
think if we wake him
verifying
up,
this
we'll
one
find out
story,
more
are we?
than he wanted to tell us.
Is everybody satisfied that the corporal stabbed the highest-ranking city official in the back?
Oh, absolutely. Can we wake him up and tell him the good news?
Fidget, are these the daggers you pulled from the corporal?
Yep. Y'all can keep that
All right.
one. I'm not selling a murder weapon. Move.
Well, I think this concludes our military trial.
All you have is murder weapons.
What is your recommended sentence?
This one feels icky.
Listen,
It's particularly icky.
Probably should be hanging.
listen. OJ got off on more evidence, man. Like I just,
Who's
Yeah,
this
there's
OJ?
hanging
around. I investigate for gloves.
Hanging or
I
beheading?
stopped the investigation for gloves.
Can we just
And I
wake him
will
up?
say, wake him up so that he may face death with the honor that he should have faced his life.
All right, I'll slap him. Wake him up. Wake up, wake up. Psh, psh.
Wakes up.
So it seems you were a little more involved in the magistrate's death than you originally admitted, aren't you? So now we will accuse you as being a liar as well as a murderer.
I'm not a liar. I said I tried to stop it. I tried.
You tried to
With your
stop
dagger?
it by plunging your dagger into her back.
It was dark.
Charlotte,
Do you
I
have
a
any last
question.
words?
Charlotte, I
Oh,
have a
listen,
question.
listen. Wait. I'm not I was just following orders. Okay, I was told to help. I thought that the
Charlotte?
potion was gonna put everybody to sleep. Yeah, what's up?
Can I use sleight of hand to like disguise material components usage in the spell?
I thought you had a spell focus. Isn't your book your spell focus?
Yeah, but like that would be very like if I'm attempting like a sleight of hand, having a book be like, hey, like it seems counterintuitive.
I mean, you don't have to actually like open your book and read it to use it as a spell focus. You just have to be touching it. That's the way I would rule it.
Yeah, sure. I can do that then. In that case,
Just because like you have a spell focus, so you wouldn't have.
yeah, no, that's
it wouldn't make sense
reasonable.
to have the material components because you don't need them.
That's reasonable. So like
So you can roll me a sleight of hand check to see if you can subtly cast the spell. That's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Sure. And so while all this is going on, and the man is clearly exhibiting some panic, I'll walk over to him and take out the book and sit with him, put a hand on his shoulder, and say that if there is anything that he would like to say before moving on, now is the time.
What's
As
your
I cast
passive
suggestion.
perception?
I
What's your
cast
passive
suggestion.
perception? Okay. Hold on one second. As you're flipping through your book,
Sure.
I'm
pretending it's like a. I'm not pretending. It's a religious text.
Oh yeah, but you have
So
to you open it and
Yeah.
you can't help but catch a glimpse of a new name that
Dun,
has been
dun.
added to your list.
What's the name?
Magistrate Betty Dias.
Benioff and Weiss.
Betty Betty.
What's the list?
Oh,
Her name is
I heard Benioff and Weiss.
Magistrate Beatrice Dias.
Beatrice Dias. Okay.
Yes. And then
I
you
still
cast
do the thing I
suggestion.
said. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course you can.
Okay.
What were you suggesting to him again? I got distracted.
If there is anything that he would like to say before moving on, now is the
Okay.
time to do it.
I'm really sorry and I didn't mean to do it and I never would have done it had I known that I was going to be doing it.
Everyone's convinced.
Not bad as last words go.
What's his name again?
His name is Corporal Timber.
Okay. Corporal Timber.
Corporal Sly Timber.
Corporal Sly Timber of the Diamond Shield. You have been tried and found guilty for participating, however involuntarily, however unknowingly, fully voluntarily, in the massacre of the city of Stormfell
No.
and the cold-blooded, premeditated murder of Beatrice Dias, Magistrate of Stormfell, to which you are an accessory. The sentence that has been recommended is your death by beheading.
No.
I would ask you, as a career member of this organization, and for what it once stood for, that you face your sentence like a man, with the honor that your station demands. Untie him.
No, please, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry,
Silence.
I promise.
He's untied? Somebody unties
I
him?
will, I will start to untie him, and then I will say, as a paladin of Bahamut, we do not celebrate death or execution. However, in circumstances of clear evil, malice, and disregard for life and all that is good, I second the notion for death. And I'll untie him, hand him over to Bovidus.
I have never been a particularly religious man. However, given the circumstances of this day and yesterday, I take it in my role as colonel and leader of the sadly depleted but still valiant organization of the Diamond Shields to carry out this sentence from the gods through their divine conduit.
No, please, I was the only one!
And I
then you
swing.
Alright.
Do I have any reaction to give him the chance to finish that sentence?
You're a professional.
That's why I'm asking.
But a
This
professional
ain't your first
also
rodeo.
a professional also doesn't hesitate. So I will allow you to decide.
Hey, you
See,
chose.
what I've been toying with in
chose.
my head was swinging only for his sword hand. And that is the course of action that I'm going to follow through.
Okay. So you very easily remove his hand from the rest of his body, and he immediately begins screaming in pain and falls onto the floor, just grasping the bloody stump where his hand used to be.
I'll turn to Sir Domino. Close that wound, please.
I'll wrap it up and pull a tourniquet on it.
He's just crying and thank you.
You're about to finish the sentence, which I believe
Yeah.
just saved your life.
Given the extraordinary circumstances and evidence to suggest that you may have been withholding testimony, your sentence has been commuted. You are hereby dishonorably discharged from the Diamond Shields and have paid the price of your dominant hand. You will never wield a sword in defense of these 6 united cities ever again. You will journey with us as a glorified pack mule until such time Bahamut has deemed that you have atoned for your sins. That
Okay.
is my sentence.
Okay, whatever you want, whatever you say. Ow, 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 ow.
You shall do this with the silence and stoicism that a ranking member of this organization should have had from the beginning. And I'll leave him to medical attention and go to find Nix.
I'll light
Before
a
I turn
torch
to that,
to cauterize the wound. Start lighting a torch.
No.
let's hold on a moment before we do anything so crude. I'll just cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, that might work.
It's all right.
I probably wouldn't
Gotta
waste
be
it.
this-
I wouldn't waste it on him. He's not
Still
worthy
just-
of it.
He's just crying.
Waste.
Sobbing.
You would choose to do as you will with your faith, and I will mine. And I'll cast
Fair
Cure
enough.
on him. What a
That was hot.
That's hot.
Jesus. How does this work? Okay, so I have to use the sorcerer slot. I'm at a roll. I'll give you the number in a minute. I gotta log back on.
In the meantime, I'll ask him, you mentioned there were others. Speak.
Roll me an insight check.
Thank you. I can't do that. Mine sucks.
A natural 11.
Okay. So he looks at you, and you can see the fear that is just written plain text across his face, and his eyes flick over to Talon before they go back over to you.
I would like to point out suggestion lasts 8 hours. And
thought you
I
only
would
s-
like to.
I thought you only get to suggest one thing. So he has 8 hours to do the thing.
He's
Once he's done the thing-
compliant. He's compliant. The
thought they had,
suggested
like, I
course
thought
of
the 8 hour
action
was-
can continue for the entire duration.
Oh,
And my
shit.
suggestion was to be compliant. I would just like to point that out.
Okay.
Continue.
I want to tell you, I really do, but it's you know, somebody rather close to you. It's awkward, you know.
We know many were contracted.
Well, no, he was part of it. He was part of it.
Oh wait, never mind. The hand cutting off ends it. Never mind.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, never mind. Forgot about the hand.
Talon, what say you? The
Talon?
corporal has indicated that you were part of this plot.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Liar!
How are we
should cut
supposed
his
to
hand off,
believe
too.
you? How are we supposed to believe you?
How are we supposed to believe you?
Because I've been forthcoming and not hidden anything.
As far as we know, that's true, but you're also a thief. Shall I remind you every time we have this conversation?
I may be a
He
thief,
says
but I
as he
still
tucks the
have
daggers
honor.
into his backpack.
Hey, game recognized game, bro. It's fun.
I think the suspicion has gone on for quite some time. And I think it would be best if you just confess.
There's nothing
Command.
to confess, Father.
Command confess. So I'm gonna cast command
Okay.
with the
Cool.
command confess.
Taylor, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Hold on.
Unless you think casting it on another player is bad, in which case I will cast it on the.
Turned on me, and even though I've fought with you, and I've never asked for anything.
Aw, Muffin.
To be fair, you were just implicated by a convicted criminal.
Unless you think
But I'm
it's
not
like
there. I went to look.
not okay to cast, in which case
Yeah,
I can
who-
just instead
it's
aim it at
okay.
the buddy boy here.
I'm
Sorry.
not saying I trust the corporal.
I just want to get this out of the way, like
I'm not saying I trust
you
anyone.
know,
16.
you know what a funny number is? 15.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he beats it. So you can do whatever you feel, man.
So he has told you to confess.
But he beat it.
But he beat it.
Yes, I beat it. I look him dead in the eye. I stole a candy bar when I was 3. And I walk
Really
away
doesn't
from him.
seem like a great time to be glib.
I believe the corporal will say whatever he needs to keep his head attached to his shoulders.
Talon.
I
I
ignore
have not-
Fitch completely as I'm walking away.
I will agree with Talon. He has had many opportunities to betray us, which he has not. I have not caught any lies. Again, I direct us all to the corporal. I think he's full of malice.
No. Mm-mm. No.
You've stabbed the city magistrate in the back.
Because I
And
was
that's just the
told to.
start of your crimes.
Look, it's just a stump. It's just a. How am I supposed to crochet now?
I will come back from whatever conversation I end up having with Nyx, and I'll say to him,
It's a very
Stu,
short
you run your
conversation. She
mouth.
tells you to fuck off.
Fair enough. And I'll
Indubitably.
say, Stu, you run your mouth.
No. I mean, other hand.
I'll.
Bovidus,
Mhm.
the corporal has indicated that Talon was part of the scheme. I believe he's just saying that as a way to keep his head on his shoulders, but I believe you should execute him. His body count is hundreds of people, including the magistrate. He will only wait for his opportunity to stab one of us in the back, given the chance.
Ovi, you know, I like you, man. But if you don't kill him, I will.
From what I understand, and from what I heard, you claim to be justice, and I saw a sentence delivered. It seems unfair to revisit that immediately. If
I
you want
can't
to
argue
speak,
that.
if you want to speak to the magistrate and confirm, and then once you have more information, reconsider, that seems fair to me. Or not the magic. Who's the wizard? Was it the wizard in the tower you want to talk to? That
The
person.
Archmage.
I'm Age.
Archmage.
The Archmage. Okay, my bad. That person.
After listening to all of these, I'll say, I hoped to. If a city has a soul, as some believe, I hoped to spare the city of Stormfell yet another blow. However, you are correct in that the city has been emptied, and that is on this man's hand. Should you believe the sentence has been carried out improperly, I will complete it for once and for all.
No, please.
You do not have a say.
Perhaps the father was right. Let us bring the wisdom of the Archmage into this. Maybe he could shed some light.
Keep this asshole alive. At least we can gag him. And I grab a strip of cloth and I walk over and start tying up his mouth. And as I do that, I get close to his ear and I go, "All my friends are really nice, but I'm not. And it's going to be a long trip."
Uncomfortable noises.
Screams and gagged.
Let's go
You-
speak with the Archmage.
He's dead too. Why is he
that
dead
what
too?
you said?
Corporal seems to know a lot of information about dead people. Well, let's go find the Archmage then. Be him alive or dead.
We have reason to believe the only people left in this city, other than ourselves, are assassins, and potentially more of these murderous folk.
No, there's Suey too.
Please let me forget.
Somewhere he is in the sewers
You
cuddling a potato.
Potatoes,
just hear from the sewer
potatoes,
grate. Hey.
potatoes.
You got any potatoes?
Beatrice!
Onward to the Archmage, man.
Okay. So whilst all of you were having this conversation,
I'll
Kaylin,
just make a comment. Sorry. I'll just say, if we are to venture one further stop before we leave this city, I will need to take advantage of some of your healing arts. Because out of
Are you
character,
dying?
I'm at 8 hit points.
I'm in danger.
Oh.
I have
Yeah,
one
just
hit
one
back
sec.
left, so I'll propose that we take a short rest while Talon and Nyx are off.
Before you do
Rooting.
that, what is it? I add my. It's 2d8 plus charisma. That's what it is.
For what?
Spellcasting mod?
Cure.
Your wounds, it should be 1d8 plus your spellcasting mod.
If I'm casting it at second level.
Then yes, it's 2d8. Sorry.
Okay, so you
It's
receive.
charisma and spellcasting modifier, right? Or proficiency bonus, right?
Oh, and okay, so you
I thought it
get.
was just your mod.
I'm gonna look up the
I
spell.
can't
real
remember.
I'll look up the spell. Sorry. Spell this.
1d8 plus your spellcasting mod.
Yeah. Okay. So
At higher levels,
13.
it decreases by 1d8. Yeah.
Right. Sorry, it's save DC that benefits.
I
from
do
proficiency.
know
My
some
mistake.
things, guys.
Well, I will take a moment to say a word and heal. Restore your 13 wounds. Only 13 of them.
Only 13 of them.
Mhm.
All the little
Nice.
bitty ones.
Just the little nicks. Yeah.
Just the little.
And if we do sit down for a short rest, I'll spend my last hit dice.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so whilst everybody is finally de-stressing and unwinding from the very tense encounter, Halen, what are you doing?
I am. I've gone to another room. Just not the nowhere near Nyx. I don't know which way she went.
It's pretty evident where she went. You can hear smashing.
Yeah, I'm staying away from there.
Okay.
All right.
You see a trail of fists in the drywall.
Hi, are you here?
Just holes.
Hey, man.
You hear the riot game launcher from the other room.
I look
Do you
towards
need more
Matthew
healing? Because
and I'm like,
I can give you more if you want.
no.
So
Oh,
where
me.
exactly
Yeah.
do you? Where do you go, Talon?
I feel like I've just gone down the stairs a bit,
Okay.
and I'm just I'm just thinking.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
I do not perceive anything. It's a 4.
Okay. So it's not like this individual is being particularly stealthy.
Yeah.
As you hear the loud smashing and cursing from upstairs subside, as Nyx maybe noticed that you were going past the doorway and has followed you down the stairs.
I turn to her. Yes.
You can see that she's like just come out of a rage. She's breathing pretty heavily. And she doesn't look at you. But she says, "I'm sorry."
Thank you. I'm sorry about your mother.
It seems evident that you were just the fall guy, and I apologize. I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. Let's see if we can't bring some justice to those responsible. I know you were smashing things and you didn't hear me, but I opted to give Timber to you as a punishment.
I would have thrown him out a window.
I would have laughed.
Okay. That's all I wanted to say. So,
I'm going to see if I can find something to drink.
pardon?
That I'm going to see if I can find something in the kitchen to drink.
You know what? I could use a drink right now.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. So
If
we head
Vividius
off
trusts
towards
you,
the
then
kitchen.
I might as well do so too.
Yep.
Okay, so both of you go down to the kitchen.
Yep.
There appears to be some wine, some ale, some mead. Most of it is in a locked case, but Nyx makes pretty quick work of that. So
Some things about you remind me of Vividius. Your penchant for doors.
I can get through them though.
I've never been more attracted to a woman in my life.
Oh, snap!
It's not
Oh.
the door, it's the damn traps behind it.
she hands you a wine bottle. You're not there to defend yourself, buddy.
I know. That's why it wasn't in character.
You can't hear it. It's a conversation behind a closed door.
I use one of my daggers to take the cork out.
Okay.
Just
Makes
out
a
of-
thunk.
it's behind a closed door, and so you'll never get in.
So you'll never know.
Did you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Segue.
Do you remember what's his name? Rose's boyfriend, the wacky guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
This feels like them. This feels like them flirting. Like, yeah, if he was here, I would have thrown him out a window. And he stabs like the wine bottle.
Just breaks
Story
the neck
about
off
your
the wine
mom.
bottle and chugs it.
Yeah, sorry too.
I'm sorry I threatened to kill you 17 times in the last 2 hours.
In the last 24 hours, yeah. I said some mean shit. I'm sorry. All right, so she just sits at a table and starts drinking directly out of the bottle of wine that she has.
All right. I start drinking some of the wine that I have.
Okay.
I look up. Do you think we should bring them down here and share?
Absolutely not.
Couldn't agree more.
All right. I, for one, am looking for more stuff to take.
Okay. Hold on. So Talon,
Yeah.
you hear a whisper of a very familiar voice. It says, "Do
Start
it.
looking.
Do it now."
You know, I must confess something, Nyx.
She looks up at you curiously.
I'm going to be very forthcoming, and you're not going to like it. I have waited 24 hours to say this to you. And it feels so good to not have to pretend anymore.
She's gonna roll an insight check on you.
Do I have to combat it here?
No, she's just trying to read your general vibe, I guess. And that's a 2. So she, is mid-swig out of the bottle, and she, cocks an eyebrow and puts it slowly down on the table. What?
I have to tell you that you really should check the things you're drinking.
She looks at the bottle with alarm very quickly going across her face.
Because you didn't notice when I handed it to you, did you? I didn't put anything in it. I rubbed something around the lip of the bottle. And you just took it in.
You can now see fear. Just the slightest tinge of it.
Don't you feel your muscles tensing up? Kind of hard to speak, isn't it?
She gets up and begins to stumble around slightly, and you can see her put her hand on the table to try and steady herself. Her muscles are not functioning the way they're supposed to, but you knew that.
No, they aren't, are they? See, they almost caught me. They almost caught me. Timber nearly gave me away. And if he had, I wouldn't have had this glorious moment. I wouldn't have had the chance to get you alone. And
You
to
son
let
of a
you know,
bitch.
and to let you know that I could have killed you at any moment I wanted.
She
Soon you
stands
won't
up
be able to
and
move.
throws the
You won't
bottle
be able,
weakly in your direction.
feeling a little less. It might be because you just raged, and now you're tired, and the paralytic is working. Soon you won't even be able to speak. When the children of the storm approached the Thieves Guild, I was apprehensive. I had a good deal with your mother. She let us do things as long as we kept it to a scale. And we didn't kill anyone that didn't need killing. But when Rembrandt came to me and said he wanted to dig a hole from the Thieves Guild into the barracks, I had to give it thought. They paid me a lot of money to take the fall for my own guild, a guild that I run. The moment Gerard sold out Cade, it didn't matter what Fidget named him. He was dead. And he knew it. I wasn't truthful when I said that I had just arrived when you were all fighting. I had been there earlier in the night. And I get right up close. Because in my mind, the paralytic should be working.
It's very much working.
Yep. I get right up and I'm like, I want you to know one thing. Your mother begged before she was killed.
You son of a bitch.
Your mother begged for your life. And now, you shall join her. And I take out my dagger, and I put it against Nix's throat. Say goodbye, dear Sergeant.
Roll for initiative.
Oh. 8.
18.
Oh, she goes first, but she can't do anything yet.
She's going first, but she can't do anything for a round. But she is going to use this round to use her final rage. So you can see that even though the paralytic is working and her muscles are atrophying and she doesn't quite have the motor control that she needs, her blood is pumping hard, and you can see that all of the veins on her body are bulging, and her heart is trying to get all the blood where it needs to go, but it's not quite as effective as it should be. But she is raging. But she is incapacitated and incapable of attacking you in this moment.
So, I am going to use Staggering Smite.
Okay.
Just to keep her off her toes.
All right. Roll me an attack with advantage. She is incapacitated.
14 plus, I think. I'm not sure what is it. Plus strength?
It's plus your dexterity because you're using your.
Plus 3, so 17.
That hits.
So I use Staggering Smite.
Okay, that's an extra 46 psychic damage, if I recall correctly.
Yep. Hold on one
And
second.
you also get your sneak because you should have rolled with advantage.
I did roll with advantage.
Yeah, so you also get your sorry, not your smite, your sneak attack.
All right, what is that again? Sorry.
It's
I'm
3d6.
not. I'm in the roll
Okay.
stage right now.
I gotcha. It's 3d6. So you're rolling 7d6 plus your weapon damage.
Hold on, I gotta
Are they
close
still on the stairs?
No, they're in the kitchen.
Okay, that would have been unfortunate.
If I rolled right, 22 damage. That doesn't look right because some of these don't look like d6s. So clearly, I hit the wrong fucking thing. Sorry. I did. There we are. Sorry, it's 27 damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much of that was the psychic damage? Because that's the only
That
thing
would have
she's
been
not
that
resistant
would have
to.
been 4 of them.
Or, okay.
So
So choose
yeah,
4.
so 4. So I'm gonna just roll the initial 4 here, sorry, so I can do that because.
Yeah, sorry, I should have specified. She's not resistant to the psychic damage.
All right, so 17 for the initial psychic damage, and then I'm gonna roll the 3d6.
Okay.
And another 11 damage for my sneak
Okay.
attack.
Plus your weapon damage. You didn't roll your weapon damage.
Give me a second here. I'm using my dagger. Oh,
So much brain on my face.
Jesus. 1d4.
Well, the saddest part of this is that we can lose 2 characters now.
No, we don't fucking know.
Joe, she could totally come out of this and kill me with an instant shot.
What? We won't know. Oh no! What
All
happened
right,
to
another
this
3
dead
damage
body?
with my
And the person is gone.
1d4.
What could?
Yeah.
So that was a 4?
That was a 3.
3, and then plus your dexterity modifier.
3 plus. Make me do the math here. Plus. Where's my dexterity? There it is. I don't have one. I don't have a modifier for dexterity.
Okay.
Zero.
Didn't you say get a +3? Oh, that was proficiency then.
You slide your dagger into her body, feeling it plunge into her liver, which you know will kill her slowly.
I just smile as I do it. Say hello to Mummy Dearest from the Children of the Storm.
You feel her hand clamp around your wrist as she forcibly pulls your dagger out of her own body before she snarls at you. You're fucking coming with me. She's going to take a swing at you with her great axe. And you can see that all of the effect of
That's worn off.
has worn off. Unfortunately, it only lasted for a round.
Yeah.
Oh. That is a 19 to hit you?
It's up against my armor class, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it definitely hits.
Okay, that's the first attack. Second attack. That one's 17.
That also hits.
All right.
My armor class is only 10.
Have fun taking 2d12 freaking. So, that was a 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 6. 24?
24, yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to take 24 points of slashing damage. as
she might just kill me in 2 rounds.
as she pulls her great axe off of her back and just leaves these 2 gaping gashes in your torso.
Because I've got 6 hit points left, so...
Okay, she's just, like, screaming at the top of her lungs, I knew it! I fucking knew it!
It's a nice short rest,
Of course,
guys. I really enjoyed
He
this.
has told you to
Okay.
trust me. How will you ever trust him?
That makes it your turn. Those words hurt.
So when
man.
you say screams at the top of her lungs,
Yeah.
Can we roll perception?
You can
Perhaps.
certainly try.
Thank you.
my bird will roll as well.
Damn it.
In fact, I am simply going to
Ovidius
give
has
bird
no
help.
perception from that one.
It's 3! It's not that bad. I'm level 5.
It's not. It may
So-
not be your first rodeo, but it's your first.
To be
bullfight.
fair, everybody, you were on the 3rd floor, and they're on the bottom floor.
Yeah.
So,
21
okay. So for you or your bird?
bird.
Okay, your bird definitely hears it.
Bird.
Bird.
What did everybody else get?
I got a
5.
7. It's not even worth it.
Domino, what did you get?
9.
Yeah,
Ooh.
only the bird hears it. And she immediately begins flapping around your head, cawing, trying to get your attention. Talon, that makes it your turn.
I cast. Oh, should have prepared for that with that. Thinking. Oh shit! I could have used a reaction when she hit me.
She just hit you, that's fine.
Yeah, hellish rebuke.
Okay. That's a dexterity save on her part.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
19?
Sorry, I'm getting over to it. Sorry.
So she takes half damage?
Give
Oh,
me
she
a
takes a quarter
moment.
damage because she's resistant to fire
It's in
right now?
spells, right? Yeah. Sorry, what did you say she rolled?
19.
Yeah, she saved.
Okay, so still roll the damage, and I'll take a half and then a half of it.
3d10. $12, so she takes
So
6
3.
damage. Oh, 3?
Yeah. Okay, she's also raging, so she's resistant to it
Oh,
right
yes,
now.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
knew
a
that.
reaction.
She's your target,
So-
you knew that.
Yeah, I'm going to use my action to cast Darkness. Oh, never mind. That's a control spell.
Barbarians aren't immune to psychic damage, so you can keep making fun of her mom. By the way.
Yeah, I may want to refrain from that because when it's her turn, she's going to walk across and smite me.
Yeah, but like it's 50-50 what mad. Either mad makes you die faster or makes her miss, right? Like,
Right.
Oh, that's true. Hold on, I'm going to look in my spells to see what I have.
TikTok.
Ooh,
Also
I will
right
use
now.
Earth Tremor.
Okay.
She's 10 feet from me, right?
She's within melee, so yep.
Yep. You have to roll a dexterity save.
Okay. 11.
It fails.
Oof.
It's 1d6 of damage.
Okay.
All right.
And then she falls prone, yeah?
I believe so.
Yep.
She takes 3 damage.
So 2.
Now, would we feel the house shake?
I mean, it could be a
Potentially.
perception check.
When
But it
appropriate.
sounds very close to thunder, unfortunately. It is thunder damage.
When
So you
appropriate,
hear this
I'm not.
cacophonous boom and feel the house shake, and there is a raging storm outside.
That's true.
Whenever appropriate, I don't want to like interrupt too much, but Bird
Yeah,
will
so-
go check out what's up.
Okay? Roll initiative for your burb.
I don't know what the Bird's dex mod is, so I'm just gonna take the 10 there. We're gonna say 10.
Okay. So I think it's last in the initiative, so it can go next.
So I look at her as I move towards her,
Okay?
and I just taunt her. I watched your mummy beg for her life. I watched as she bled out, looking to me to help in some way, and as she died, I whispered in her ear, I was in on it all along.
She is beyond the point of being able to form words. She is fueled entirely by fury and pain and loss. There aren't any words for that.
There's nothing you can do. Even killing me won't give you peace. Won't bring Mummy back.
Is that your turn?
Yes, I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. So functionally, Father Mbaro, your bird is about...
My bird flaps at a cool 50 feet per round.
Yeah, but so it's like you're still on the third floor.
Yeah, I'm saying it'll take time for Bird to go.
So I'm gonna say it takes about 2 rounds for your burb to get down there.
You just let me know.
Okay,
I'm here.
it takes about 2 rounds for your burb to get down there. All right.
Okay.
That makes it Nyx's turn. She's gonna get back up. And she's gonna fucking wreck your ass.
Pretty much.
12?
Yep.
And a natural 1.
You miss!
What?
You missed
Shot
one.
12 hits you.
Most assuredly
I've only
not.
got a 10 on the
Is that counting reckless attack where she gets advantage for the first attack of the round? Because that is a barbarian class feature.
Yeah,
level
she
2.
she would probably reckless in this particular moment, wouldn't
Is she
she?
even not reckless at this
Yep.
point?
So the first one's a 12.
Yep.
And the second one is a 19 plus whatever.
Oh, yeah, I'm dead. You don't even need to roll. I'm dead.
Hold on, I'm rolling.
Unless the children of the storm are going to pull me out at the last second.
Just so happens.
Okay, so you were going to take 16 points of slashing damage.
I am dead.
All right.
Or I am at least prone.
So as she buries her axe into your torso, just snarling with rage, you can see that her eyes are alight and livid. And she pulls her axe out of your chest and kicks you onto the ground before she stands over you, ready to decapitate you. What are your final words?
They all told you to trust me. Not very good friends, are they?
She just
I
looks
kept
down at
saying
you
that too.
and snarls, "Shut the fuck up!" And then everything goes black.
I knew it.
So, Father, your bird flutters very quickly down towards the source of this particular noise. Are you looking through her eyes right now?
When I would receive the notice of alarm, yeah.
So yeah, essentially you hear this, like, you feel this little tiny mental ping that something is very wrong.
And I
as
just
you,
see her like over the body.
yeah, as you look through your raven's eyes, you see Nyx standing over the decapitated corpse of Talon. Breathing heavily, looking down, and you can see that the rage subsides before she looks seemingly directly at you with a look on her face that says, "What have I done?" And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
God.
I
Fucking
knew.
damn
I
it.
knew. I was like, either this guy is the like when we had the interrogation and he was like fully forthright and honest, I was like, either this guy is a terrible assassin or he's pulling the wool over all of our eyes.
I thought the enemy villain voice was pretty good.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you everybody for joining us for this very interesting episode of Melody of the Maelstrom. If you like what you see, be sure to check out any of the other games on this particular channel. On Tuesday, we have Valley by Night, which is a Vampire the Masquerade game. On Wednesdays, we have our mortal enemies, False Skull and Knights, so feel free to go and bomb them with no swearing timers, because that sounds like fun, doesn't it? And then also there's a Knight's Ransom on Thursdays. So go check out any of those other games with phenomenal DMs as well. Be sure to check out our Patreon. Big shout out to Mama Bear for continuing to support us. Thanks to D&D Beyond, and Effects May Vary. And be sure to check out our merch page as well. And unfortunately, all of you are going to have to wait 2 weeks to figure out what's about to happen. But we will see all of you next time, and have a good evening.